so this is part 2 of Extreme Deep Clean with me of 3 days. Make sure you watch part 1, which is here, this preview, before you come back to this one, so it can all make sense. So I end up having to split this video in two. Because of it, I kind of film the second day and split it into two. So I continue with the second day with using some soap for the wood, which I forget the name, even though I just saw it. It is what it is, y'all. Okay. So I am struggling with these cabinets. What can I say? They get dirty so quick, but they're so hard to clean. And the more I clean, paint comes off, or it's just like the grease really gets stuck on there. So I'm like, okay, let me do the Murphy's oil soap, and then I'm going to polish it with a wood polisher. Now, it did make a lot of a difference, but when it comes to the top cabinets where all the grease is at, when I tell you, it's like I am scared of it, because yes, I use the steamer for it, but just to kind of heat up the grease to kind of like make it sticky enough for it to just grab onto the microfiber cloth and just fall off, but it still has these patches. So when I Google it, y'all, because sometimes you just have to Google things, I feel like these cabinets were not only properly installed, but they didn't really seal it, just like how they did not seal the grout, because all here, as I'm pushing it, it seems like it's going to break in, and then whatever water or spills, it goes between the concrete and where the ice land is at. So like I told you guys in my previous videos, I had to be very mindful of that, because I'm not trying to destroy this place. If anything, I want to take care of it as much as I can with what I have, and make it possible for it to look decent enough, because you don't have to have nice things to make it look good, right? Or take care of it. And that's like my goal here. Now, I tried the Dawn soap by itself with the cabinets. I have tried, it's just like little stuff that does not create damage, and it wouldn't help. So the steamer did help a lot with the grease, but it still left some marks with like little bubbles, which I don't understand that. I don't know if you have this cabinets or not, but I don't know if you know this, but whenever a house is new and eventually you live in it for like quite some time, it's been 3 years that we have been living in here, the house settled down, and therefore like a lot of stuff shifted. I know it's weird, but it did, because later on you're gonna see in the cabinets a gap there where the cabinets are more down than the other ones. I don't know, they're not aligned properly. But like I said, so here I was very mindful with the steamer. I'm like, I'm not gonna just put the steamer on it, because if it's not sealed, then it's gonna be a problem. I'm going to damage it, and eventually it's just gonna fall apart. So I just use a little bit of heat of it so I can pick up the soap, and I just scrub my life away like the old goody way, just to get rid of as much as I can, because like, girl, we ain't trying to break things over here, but yeah. So my ultimate goal for day 2 was to really focus on the stove, underneath the microwave, in between the stove, because girl, it was a lot of buildup of grease, a lot. And it's not even funny, it's something that I struggle since I moved in here. This stove used to be my enemy and I was so glad that the steamer cut the time for me by 10 times. just in case if you are wondering, I did not go into the cabinets because at the beginning of this year, I filmed an organized deep cleaning video of this cabinets right here and on the bottom because it was just crazy. I decluttered a lot and everything, but that video never happened and came to life because the SD card just deleted all the footage. So that video is long gone. But I decided to still clean the cabinets just to have them all clean at the same time this time because I just did that part of the section. And I went ahead and did the between of the microwave and the hood of the stove because I could see the grease. Like, girl, it was there. It was there. And I'm so happy that the fact, no, hold on. Let me catch my train. No, okay. I like the fact that the steamer does not need a product to deep clean. Now you're going to see me use products because I just wanted to see. I just wanted to take that risk. Like what happens? So what happens if I use this with this? What if I use that with that? Which I don't recommend you do because like I end up having to cover my mouth a lot since I could smell a lot of the product and yeah, it's just I don't think it's good in the long run. So you don't need a product to deep clean with a steamer. But I always like to be extra, and when you look for it, you find out. So I did find out that you shouldn't do that because you're gonna smell it, and it's gonna be chaotic in your kitchen or wherever you're cleaning. So I end up trying with the Brio pad or like just adding things to it. And it did work for the most part really, really well. It even cut the time even more times than just by itself. But you don't need it. That's I want to make that clear. And yes, you shouldn't do what I do. It just, for a video purpose and just because I am so curious and you might be curious as much as I am. Like, what happens if I use this product with it? Yeah, you'll find out. Okay? But I just tell you when I'm using it like that and now, I explain more. This is me just like in disbelief on how long it took me to get a steamer. Like, it would have saved me a long time, y'all. I struggle with this okay, you get me. I used to struggle for it to shine like this in this specific area. In less than 5 minutes, it was just looking brand new. Wow. It's just like I'm still in shock. And then the fact that I get shocked again at the stove, I was like, okay. Like, girl, like, where have I been? And this is where I messed up, y'all. I messed up because I don't need no easy off and use a steamer, okay? And then I had to wipe it off and just start again because it was just like too strong. Like it claims not to have the fumes or whatever, but girl, I caused them fumes, okay? I was like, no, like what are you thinking, Selma? I was like, yeah, I had to clean this off and then start again. It did help to get rid of all this brown stuff for the most part. But yeah, no. So I left it alone, but I focused on the edges of it where, the grease likes to creep in and just hide there. Because if I don't deep clean this stove at least twice a week, y'all, like it gets just stuck in there. It's just like I have to use the little knife thing. What is that called? That little knife for it to come off because no matter the amount of product I use, no matter how much I scrub, it does not come off. But not with this steamer. Like it loosen it up so good, especially me using the Brillo pad under it or the product of Brillo pad, and it's just like it looks so clean, like it shined back on me. And I always tell you guys, you only know if it's clean if you can't reflect yourself on it. And that's exactly what happened. Now, Donso became a best friend when it came to things like this with the grease. It loosened it up like so much faster, and I was done. Like within 3 minutes with this thing, it was done. Now, I know I'm gonna get questions with. So you claim that it's so powerful and it's so hot. How are you holding things so close to it? And guys, I guess I'm just used to hot water. Like people were so shocked when I put my hands in the water that it comes out of the kettle. I think since I was young, like I was always used to wash dishes with Clorox with like really hot water, and I think my hands are so used to it, which is terrible. It really is. I'm not proud of it. I need to use gloves for this stuff, but it's like the way I am sometimes. Like, look at me holding this knob, just like the heat does not face me. Don't do this, guys. Don't do this. It's just a habit of mine that is not a good habit that I need to stop doing because I don't want to influence you to do this stuff where you end up hurting yourself, right? So yeah, and here this were not that bad. So I just kind of like went ahead and for the video, but um I can't wait to see how it will do when it comes to grease because I mean, for the fact that it works so well with the pan, oof, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. So this water was from the cabinets, of course, of that just little section. And day two for me was done since I had to clock out. Kids got home from school. I had to go back to normal routine with my kids and stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever I have left, I'll finish it tomorrow, which is the third day. When it comes to organizing, it is very satisfying to see the befores and afters, and it has a lot in this video. Just like kind of keeping things tidy up and put them where they're supposed to go. Now here, it's a different story, y'all. So a few years back, I was like, okay, if I put the cups and plates where my kids can reach, because my kids are very independent and they used to climb to the cabinets to get cups and plates. I was like, no, let me just have a section for them. Now, when I saw Jesus rinse out a plate, I was like, okay, I just washed that plate. Like, what's going on? You know, because sometimes I have the plates and cups on the rack for them to dry, and they put them back in there. Like, and look what I found. So no wonder she's rinsing stuff off, because she is very concerned since I have not cleaned there. So now I have to clean it at least twice a week, not every 2 weeks, because I mean, when everybody's in the kitchen and cooking, I mean, a lot of stuff can get down there, even if it's just a little gap open. And most of the times, this thing is open about 70% of the time. Okay. So, therefore, yeah, that was disgusting. And note to self, don't forget to clean under that cabinet. So, time to reorganize here and get rid of products that don't even have product in them anymore. Just wash things off and just have like that little refreshment and satisfying clips of doing it. Back to the stove. So I have been keeping up with the oven. Okay, I'm laughing because when my husband decides to bake his Arby's curly fries, sometimes he forgets the pans are there. And it happens so many times that even myself, like if you're Mexican, you can relate. You have pans in there. Sometimes because you don't have the storage, or sometimes because it's just easier to get access to if you use it daily. And that was my case, right? So this pan has been through it, okay? Oh, let's focus on Selma's tubers right now. Look at that. Like, girl. Okay, anyway, so this pan, I had to give you the story for it. For it, like, okay, I did this like probably like 4 or 5 years now, where I deep clean this pan. Like, I let it be brand new. And I could have done the same with this one, but since the builder was so stuck because of how many times that grease on the bottom of it got heat up with the oven every time we left it in there, and they will realize we'll get it out. But it's just, it's different when it's grease buildup of you not washing the pan, and the buildup that it gets from the oven. It's just more just stuck on there. So I use a lot of stools. Stools, girl. Maybe I need to go to the restroom. Tools to get rid of that junk underneath that pan. So Barkeeper's Friend, I'm using it for it to really deep clean the stainless steel. And then whenever I let it sit for a while, it just does the magic. It really does. And you just have to be patient with it. But I let it sit, and while I let it sit, I clean it here. I let the Barkeeper Friend sit on the pan as well. So just kind of multitasking at the same time, right? And the pan took me like 40 minutes, like cutting out all this the breaks that took attending to Zion. But that's how, I mean, it used to take me not, I mean, like an hour or two, but that's not accurate because like I back then I used to take more breaks than I do now. So I'm kind of just trying to give an estimate on how long it took me to clean this pan, right? Because like everybody wants to know. I mean, it's in the thumbnail. So okay, I switch over to products and stuff like that to let it sit, to just kind of help the steamer with the heat, bring it out, bring it up for me to scrub it off. And for 40 minutes, I did that. But you might be thinking, like, she is crazy. Who has 40 minutes to clean a pan, right? Listen here. When it comes to a stress relief, when it comes to cleaning, this is where it's at. When you focus and be determined to clean a certain area and you do it, it's just this rewarding you get from it. Like, yeah, I could have tossed out that pan and buy a new one, but the stress that I got, like the stress, like stress, girl, can I speak? Oh my goodness, we were doing so good. No, the stress relief that I got from it, it was just like, I want to do it again. And I'm going to continue to do it until it's completely clean. And the only reason I stopped was because the kids got home from school. And but when I tell you I had a blast, and I'm going to be showing the little tools here and there, what I use to get that junk out. But you guys, so satisfying. So satisfying. Working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside. Got me all lost, feel so blue. Leaving me on the spot so confused. Oh baby, tasting so sweet, acting so rude. Won't you tell me what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside.
effortless. You keep me feeling so clueless. I'd like to dream, keep on dreaming about us, babe. Hey. Now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything.
I just realized I did not tell you that I did not spend 40 minutes scrubbing. It was like 40 minutes between letting products sit and all of that. So the steamer did the job. I just did the scraping of that stubborn grease to be gone. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to having a sexy sink. It's been a long time I haven't done this with a toothbrush and just like really get in there. Now I cannot use the steamer. I really wanted to use the steamer on this sink, but I know it's gonna fall because they have fixed it 3 times already and it just keeps coming undone. Water gets like, it opens up wherever they glue it. I don't know how they glue it. I don't know. And listen, I rent this house. I cannot just get a product and fix it myself. Trust me, I want to fix the walls. I want to paint the walls. I want to fix the cabinets and stuff like that, but it's not my home. And when I ask if I can fix, they don't let me. And I don't think they're gonna fix it. So it is what it is. Now let me be quiet so you can enjoy this.
I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it, you can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better.
I really hope you enjoyed today's 2 videos of deep cleaning. I hope you get some things done or get the motivation you need. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support and your time. It means the world. I love you. I'll see you and catch you on my next one. Bye, guys.
Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off.